love, peace, and hair grease. Peace and salutations. My name is Michael J. Turner. I am the Southwest Shaman, the Earl of Arizona. You are now shining with the Arizona sun. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here, which is wherever you're at. Coming with love from AZ. This is StereoPHX 888, a channel about personal development, growth on YouTube, and how I'm changing my life from low vibe to high vibe. I can't save you, and I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I can share with you how I'm saving myself. And it's a rainy day in Phoenix, Arizona. Beautiful as a desert man. You know, I love the rain because it's we don't get it that much. So it's a vibe. And thank you for spending any amount of time with this video. And I'm taking this time right now to do something very specific, because it's kind of been put to me over the last couple months. It's been emphasized in my through my how can I put it, my guides. I have several guides that I implore for guidance right here on YouTube. That specific purpose is to speak to the inner child. So, you used to be so free. You were always extremely creative and unique. Such a kind spirit that wanted to make people happy. You wanted to... You had like different ideas. It was the perception of the world. And right now I'm speaking to my own inner child. Or if this resonates with you in that way, maybe I'm speaking to your inner child too. Julian, you had the greatest imagination. It was spectacular, and still is, but you were the thin thread at times that kept your parents together. At times. You are your father's only child. You are still alive. You had a good childhood. Despite the trauma that you couldn't understand. The trauma that was a result of your parents' relationship, and they were only being human. You are a multiracial child, and you could thank your parents and family for not making it ever apparent to you, but at the same time, perhaps you would have benefited from being educated in that realm, especially and in particularly your heritage. I can say that now. Most definitely. Your creativity was nurtured, and it is what allows, thanks to you, I have something that allows me to shine my light in this world. But it was the creativity that you saw and grabbed a hold of that you had no idea it would turn into such a multi-dimensional, just unlimited force. Do you remember, like, the first girl you had a crush on back in, like, first grade? You remember trying to make your voice deep when you were going to talk to her, and there was, whoever else was around, and you were trying to be cool? You remember that? Do you remember the one time you did get bullied at school? Just a kid calling you a name and teasing you a little bit, but do you remember? Of course you do. I'm talking to me. But, hey, to my inner child, I guess I was talking to my younger self there. To my inner child, may you please remain a influential force in my emotional state, as far as the level of playfulness, enthusiasm, imagination, and just overall fun that I have. To my inner child, don't take things personally. I think it's time that you're able to come out and not be concerned about being hurt, because there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. To the inner child that exists within myself and you and anyone who's not present right now, don't be scared. It's okay. Some things are not for us to understand. But anything that hurt or shaped your experience in a way that made it more difficult or hard to bear at times, I'm sorry for that. Truly, I'm sorry for anything that you had to go through that I don't know about. I'm sorry for anything you had to go through that I don't know about. Because it's what happens and how we are when we are completely alone. But God still sees, because these eyes see, therefore God sees, because these eyes are windows only. As I move through what is actually only a house of mirrors and windows. Some things mirror things back. Most things, actually, in this reality, mirror myself, and other things are windows that I can look through. And I can tell you, I've got stuck looking through a number of windows, but all it takes is to close that window. Imagine this. What if the whole purpose behind being here is to not be here? Like, all of this stuff here, I'm someone who definitely, honestly, I can say I know that there is more to this, and what I want to say is that what it's gonna take to get past this, to pass this test, and get on to the next bigger, better, the essence, even where we come from, where I come from, our home, or if nothing else, just an existence where it's not dependent upon maintaining a physical form. What it's gonna take for that is a heart that's light as a feather. How heavy is your heart? How much weight do you carry? I'm working at making myself lighter and lighter. I'm working, and what the most beautiful part about it is I'm doing the work all day, every day, and anywhere, anytime, because the work it has to do with experience, what I'm experiencing, and an internal process of formulas and things that I'm now doing that are making me not only the Southwest Shaman and the Earl of Arizona, but an alchemical scientist. Yeah. That's right. So, hey, but to the inner child, right? To my inner child, I love you. I fucking love you, man. I love you, and that other guy, the ego, and all this stuff out here. I'm going to make room for you. I'm gonna make room for you. I'm gonna try to get more familiar with you, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna try to just nurture you, because being going through and experiencing what I chose to experience over the last 20 years or so required me to be very coarse, very desensitized, very required me to maintain a certain bravado. I mean, you know, the penitentiary is a certain place where everybody is a certain way, and the calle, the streets, is a certain place where everybody can be a certain way. But what's cool about me is I feel like at one point I made a choice to say I would not allow my heart to harden. I would not allow that to make me bitter. So, and I have experience moving through other types of atmospheres as well. So just know, man. Just know that if there's one side, there's another side. If there's a potato, there's a potato. If there's a tomato, there is a tomato. So, yeah. Alright. So, what's good, man? What's good with everybody? Everybody good? Give a little love to your inner child. Give some consideration to what it even is, if it's even there at all, or a thing for you. Maybe it's something, you know, I definitely hadn't thought about it until this year, until it started kind of popping up in my divinations, and that it keeps coming to me, like the encouragement from the universe, like, yo, and you know, you need to kind of reconnect with that and water that. So I don't know. I ask only for discernment and the ability to not deceive myself, and that my intuition be on point, like the north pointing arrow on a compass. Yeah, man. Coming with love from AZ. This is Arizona. I'm from Phoenix, the Southwest Shaman, because I'm a healer, and it starts with me. I'm the example. I was dealing with so many blockages and so many different, like, entities were feeding off me. And I'm not gonna say that there's still not some feeding off me, but like, that was my choices. It was my choice, because I was choosing to engage and entertain in low vibrational things, in turn allowing those entities to basically giving in to their influence, you know, making them stronger. So it's like, if there's some type of feeling if there was a feeling I had that was like, you know, motivating me and pushing me to go do things, pursue things, obtain things, and sustain things that were detrimental to me, like, that was coming from this massive, like, symbiotic energy leeching force that I had created myself and fed on the mental plane, essentially on the spiritual plane. Like, the spirit of addiction and that entity, that thing, you know, it has to do with a thought pattern and thought form. And there's something called a tulpa. That's Tulpa. Tulpa. Look it up. It's like, it's something that a person can create within their mind, And I believe that any people such as myself, they were in the depths of addiction and those type of behaviors. Like, I feel, my theory is that I had created a negative tulpa that would be telling me what to do. And if you look it up, they tell you don't make a negative tulpa. And obviously, why would you? Well, unless you did it on accident. Unless you did it on accident. She goes deep. I'm gonna leave y'all on that gem right there. But I encourage everyone to love yourself, love each other. Let's push that movement, in this world. If we don't participate in the bull, but it's on such a big scale. But we gotta start somewhere. So anyway, like, subscribe, and get down with the get down. You already know. Peace. Till the next time. Players.